POSN leadership from time to time should go on some Twitter spaces. You have to blow your own. POSN leadership has done heavy lifting on this. Please, so that in some of those spaces, you can have access to people that are also looking for people to connect to, because some people just log on to those spaces looking for somebody that has done something so that they can connect to them. But POSN leadership can send someone from time to time and can go to these spaces and speak about this beautiful work, and unless there's some goodwill from there. Then on the part of security, I want to beg that we also build it in whatever we are doing to liaise with other groups. Security is a big issue where I am. We are operating out of Ogara in Delta State. It used to be a home of criminal contingents. So we try to make it better for them, but we have met stiff opposition before. We've had threats and all those things, but we are just doing what we are doing, So as the funding comes, we'll be able to take care of some of these issues concerning security, because it just takes a little goodwill here and there. So I'll just encourage POSN to really go out and reach out more. We'll keep doing the work we are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Priya. Honestly, you are right. In the last meeting, the board of directors of POSN had, which I was also, I had the privilege of being part of that meeting. This was one of the things that they discussed. POSN, without blowing our own trumpet there, and upsetting the Labour Party, in some areas we've done tremendous better than, but we're not blowing our own trumpet, because the leadership of POSN are professionals in their various rights and who are civil and down to earth, hence not blowing that. But again, this is election campaign, that is note taken. We had a trial of, obviously we had someone who was handling the Twitter space, but the individual resigned, and it's been a little bit difficult to get someone who is able to do it. And within the week, we actually had one Twitter space, but probably didn't go too much as planned. But from next week coming, that would also happen. Now, the initial strategic presentation that we did was not streamed. Just now, as we speak, this meeting and this conversation, if you look at your phone, is being streamed on our page, on our Facebook page, on Newsband Television, on Njenje Media TV, and also, while this meeting is also continuing, we will try to push this meeting in our Telegram group as well. So I think I agree with you. We are doing a lot, but the world and the public doesn't know that which we do. And it is now time to actually bring to the world that which we have done. Thank you very much for that fantastic input. On this note, I take Musa Jeremiah. Musa Jeremiah, you have the floor.
Maz, can I clarify something I just said? I've just been made aware that the policy is that you can actually choose as a sponsor to send directly to the ward coordinator, right, when you are funding, but you make sure you provide those information to us so that we can get what was done for you. We can get a feedback of the activities for you, right? So when you make Kevin makes contact to you, you can choose to fund directly, send the money to people in your village. That is the idea. But then you let us know that you sent the money. Thank you, Maz.
Okay, thank you very much on that. And thank you for that clarification. So now, guys, can we speed this thing up? Because my body, they hurt. I need money. Musa, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Go ahead, Musa. Musa, we can hear you loud and clear. Okay.
I'm the coordinator of Eastern Central Local Government in Edo State.
That is POSN, right?
Yeah, POSN. By the special grace of God, we have been able to cover some of the word. But there is something I want to clarify and make everybody know, because I don't know the person sponsoring one of the word sponsored, because I got it from my state coordinator. He called me, but they were mingling up the two words together. In word 8 and word 7 are Ehu. in Esan Central. Ward 8 and Ward 7 is Egu. Then Egu have 2 wards, Ward 8 and Ward 7. Ikekato belong to Ward 4, Edenu. But they were saying Egu Ikekato. Please, I want to clear this issue in case the sponsor may be online, that he will know. If he's sponsoring Ward Egu has Ward 8 and Ward 7. If somebody is sponsoring Kekato is a unit under Ward 4, which is Edenu.
Okay, please, let's push this back to Kevin and Ambrose, please. Can we have this clarified, whether if it's Ehu or Ehu Ikekato, so that we don't, waste so much time here? Please, can you guys pick that up, okay? Okay, no worries. Thank you very much. Musa, thank you very much for that. And thank you for the great work you guys do. Honorable. Can I get the details again? The local governments and the local government is where? Musa, I think is it A2 or Ehu? Yeah, A2. A2. Is he there? Allow Musa, him to unmute if you're there. Can you push that?
Yeah, so I guess so the issue was Esan Central, right? So there's a ward, what do you call it? Ward 7 and Ward 8 is AU1 and AU2. Then Ikekato, there's a ward, Ward 4, Ikekato.
What? Yeah.
So what is Ward 4, Esan Central? Yes, Ikekato is Ward 4, yes.
Ikekato is under Ward 4. It's a unit in Ward 4.
Yes, Ikekato is Ward 4.
Egu, yes. Egu has 2 units, which is Ward 7 and Ward 8.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so
what is guys, the issue?
The issue is that when they were reported to me, they said, so we have a sponsor from Egu Ikekato. Egu Ikekato. Then I made them to understand that we don't have Egu Ikekato. Egu has 2 wards, which is Ward 7, Ward 8.
Okay.
Why Ikekato belong to Ward 4?
Okay.
Edenu.
So that will be resolved. Perhaps the person wanted to sponsor the 3 or so, but Kevin will resolve that with you. Okay.
Thank you very much. So let's leave that with Kevin. And like I said before, Mr. Thank you very much for flagging that up. And Honorable Emma Annie, please. Now, okay, let's
everybody.
Okay, Honorable, sorry. Let me do this so that we don't wait towards the end and we do this. Now, let's combine 2 things. This is the last leg of this. While we take this update from state coordinators, national coordinators, and questions and answers here, at the same time, if you wish to sponsor any ward or if you wish to donate, I mean, on 2 days ago, in that meeting with our principal here, obviously you guys know the challenges we do have with funds, but also for those of you who are in the diaspora, especially those of you who are watching us now on Facebook and on YouTube, please, if by any means you wish to support what we do or you want to sponsor any word, for those on YouTube now, we will be sending across and pinning it on top there, the the sponsor your word link with the account number. Please, if you want to sponsor a word, fill in that form. Someone will get in touch with you ASAP. If you want to make a monetary donation, the account number is also there. For those of you in the diaspora, we would wish and will beg you to use our PayPal account. It's very simple. If you're in America, UK, Germany, you just use the PayPal and put in that email address and you make that payment, and that's all. And would, obviously acknowledge any payment made to that. If you also use that same email address to send us an email if you want to confirm if your payment is duly received. Now, on that note, let me bring in Honorable Annie. I would wish that you're going to be my first customer this evening, and because...
Sorry, I'm interrupting you again. We have Joy Money, who is offering to sponsor a word. If she can reach out to us so that we can have her contact. Thank you.
Have you sent her a private message? I believe she made a comment in the chat, yes. Right? So if that is the case, let's first communicate to them privately. So Honorable Ani, I'll put it HON, please. You know, my body needs something, but make your comment and hopefully do something for us as well. Thank you. Honorable Ani, please unmute yourself, please.
Hello. Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. The way the meeting is going is really very well. Well, I am from Enugu State. I'm from Aniri, to be precise. And just like so many other people have been listening about our shortcomings, we all know that almost every youth and even our parents in Nigeria are obedient. But because of hunger that is facing most of them, and more especially the youths, just like in my local government, which is Aniri, the home local government of Guatemala, he is the Lord politically over everyone there. That's almost everybody earns 5,000, 3,000, 10,000 from him. And people are very much afraid to even say it openly that they are obedient. Just like about 30 to 40 names I gathered from all the whole local governments to be the local government, the ward coordinators, and they all have you. It's only 18 people that are still responding as of today. Others are only sending me messages through WhatsApp, but they don't want to come out openly. And having said that, I've already discussed with the coordinator of POSN in Enugu State, and I told him that I will be willing to sponsor 2 of my wards. And if I get the modalities for the sponsorship, I might go further. But for a start, I'm going to sponsor 2 wards. And I thank the last person for the clarification made, because saying that we should make a transfer or send money to the headquarters of POSN before the ward may not give us the desired result. Because since I'm on ground in my local government, if I send the money to the ward coordinator and say, I am sending this money because POSN national or global asked me to do that, they are going to do whatever is needed for, because they know that I am watching them and I know the person I gave the money to. But if I transfer to POSN and they have to transfer it back to my village or to someone else, even when I'm talking, they may not even know that I know where the money came from. So that is what I am suggesting, and it's good that it has been clarified. And we should talk about security, because we all know and heard about the 2 attacks on Labour Party meetings in Enugu State, and which even occurred in my own village. So we need to find how to tackle all these things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. On the issue of
security, can I respond to Mazi? Can I respond?
Yeah, sorry, you will. Hold on. On the issue of security, we would not have such conversations in the open, because this is being streamed online. And the second point you made, I think that clarification is going to come from Ambrose. Now, Ambrose, over to you.
Yes. So it's just so Honorable Ani, you are on ground, right? So in addition, I thank you for offering to sponsor 2 wards, but just listening to you, I think you can also help us more since you're on the ground. So you should be able to come into POSN and help us to organize in Enugu, right? Can you, if you can chat me privately, so that we can find a role for you in Enugu, because the more people we get in, especially people who have experience with this, the stronger the network becomes. So I'll be interested in having a phone conversation with you in that regard. Thank you. But in the meantime, get in touch and also fill up the form for the sponsor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And one of the reasons why, one of the things you said, it is also pertinent to note that whether this goes directly to the ward or goes through the POSN national, there is need for accountability. I mean, the man we all support is a man of impeccable integrity. So hence these, constant reminder for all of us that integrity is the key word here to watch. So either way, the national must know, and either way, the person that is sponsoring, on cases where they want to, some don't want to, some want to stay at the background and let their fund do that talking for them. But again, once more, thank you very much for that. So the next person we have here is Akbar Igwe, please. Can you unmute yourself?
All right, thank you so much. Good evening, or like it's evening here in Nigeria. So good evening, all. Okay, I'm calling from Ebonyi State here in Nigeria. I actually want to make one or two inputs. I want to specifically thank the initiators and those that have been advocate for this POSN is actually making an impact. So my challenge here is that people talk about funding challenge as if is an issue. Sometimes when people say they have funding challenges, if you look at it critically, it might not be funding challenges, because even if you provide a fund, they won't do anything. So, but from the conversations I've had tonight, I want to suggest that if the LGA coordinators or the state coordinators, if there's any way we can actually put them together to train them, a day training or two will help them to sharpen their skills, because this is a serious matter. I realize that all of us will have various capacity gaps, which we need to address. Like, for instance, someone is talking about funding gap. What do you want the fund for? What are your plans? What do you have at hand to do? Your plans. You're assuming you receive fund this night. What will you do with the funding? It's not yet time to talk about funding. What we should be doing now is resource mobilization, not even talking about how to disburse it. All right. So I suggest a critical training to address these gaps, because implementation at any level is always a challenge. When you tell a coordinator, for instance, look at what is happening. Someone suggested they will remit funding direct. Certain persons say, no, there's need for control. Are you getting it now? That alone can create a problem in the process. So I suggest strongly for the coordinators to be trained. So locally here, somebody can just do that. I can even support the process to be part of the facilitators. For me, I don't know my coordinator in Ebonyi. If I can know the person, that will even help me to support the person. Then finally, the ward coordinators, are they stand alone or are they working with people? Because I've never heard any of them say, with the way we are we. They are not using the word we. They are using I. I've been listening so carefully. So we need to change from speaking I to we, so that we know that we are working with people, not a one-man show, especially as we are talking about funding now. People are now trying to present themselves as if this is a serious business and we should take it serious and deliver. Thank you, and over.
Thank you very much. And
Mazi.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Interjecting, go ahead.
Okay. Apan, please, I sent you a private message. Can you please respond so that I will be able to give you your coordinators contact, but I also want to talk to you about the facilitation of training, right? Since you are on the ground in neighboring states. So in terms of you'll be hearing coordinators. So we have different levels, right? So the sponsor your award, we are trying to do it at the award coordinator level, but below the award coordinator, we have, the goal is to recruit between 3 to 10 people per ward. So typically there's about 10 polling units. Between 3 to 10 people per polling unit. So typically there is about 10 polling units within a ward. So you are looking at around 100 people working with the ward coordinator and their deputies. So we have quite a lot of people within a ward to be able to accomplish the task. So it's not a one-man show, it's a group thing, but obviously for this purpose, we are working with the leadership within a ward. But I can assure you it's a lot of people that are involved. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you. I think we have the Ebonyi State coordinator here, Florence Ndidi, actually. Are you able to unmute for 30 seconds, please? Are you in a conducive environment? Obviously, maybe not because she didn't raise her hand. So, but the Ebonyi State coordinator is one, being fair, she's one of the, best coordinators that we have within POSN, actually. So, but your point on capacity, I believe Ambrose and the global coordinator would have to take that on board and interface with you in order to fine-tune where there might be need also. So Dr. Gabi, please. Dr. Gabi, kindly unmute. Okay, Mary Jane again. Mary Jane.
It's quite recommendable that we are speaking one voice as Nigerians. This has never happened in our own.
Sorry, Dr. Gabi, you did not unmute when you were called upon. I believe we didn't hear you. Can you restart again, please?
Everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
So,
go ahead.
We Nigerians speak in one voice. This we have not done for the years past. As a kudos. I'm from Delta State, a very volatile area, a place where we were attacked when we were going for a car national rally. That is the car northeast. And this local government happened to be the center for those attraction. The person coming in as the vice president of PDP is from there. Daughter to people going part and saying, so
if you don't mind, I think we struggle to hear you. If you don't mind, your earpiece appears to be interfering, please. Your headset appears to be interfering.
I'm hearing you, sir. Can you hear me? Hello.
No, sir. Your connection is. Are you able to take off the earpiece, please?
Yeah, done already. So I say good evening, everybody. So,
okay, go ahead.
I first of all thank the MP and the team. This is the only way where we are speaking in one voice. No Hausa, no Igbo, no Yoruba, no Epic, but one voice to recover our country. I want further to thank everybody on this issue of recovering Nigeria. Yeah, I'm from the States. They cannot is precisely. This we cannot is a place where we were attacked when we were going for a national rally. The home base of the president governor, and they are looking as tigers. But we are not, we're not afraid for anybody because this country belongs to every one of us. So what I wanted to say, I've been hearing all this issue of fund operation or fundraising, no matter the term we're using, it boils down to one issue. What is important is with the accountability. I overheard it here that some states were giving some fund, no matter how small it is. Yeah, some of us have been doing this because of the law we have for this country, mobilizing people from grassroots. We have not asked, and if we are doing that, let our principal get to that sort of and shaping things. I know all of us will benefit from it, not on individual basis, but for yet unborn children. So,
thank you very much. Can you wrap up, please?
Yes. So, if we are going to look at it, whether we are a security expert, I think you cannot. Security is not what is not a one-man business. We cannot, because maybe here there are some areas we need to dwell on security. Yes, both seen and unseen people are with Labour Party, but security first. That's my contributions. Another one, see that this issue of foreign mobilization or fundraising is being monitored to the grassroots, because there are a lot of most in our midst. Somebody, maybe or PDP or XYZ, what are they running for? And also was with us in a BDM family, because he was given a contract of about 530 million. He abandoned us, but we keep putting ahead. What am I saying? With no matter what it is, let this thing goes down to this. So that will not go this condemning. Thanks. Hope to hear from you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that, wonderful observation you've made, and notes are taken. So please, we should be rounding up quickly. Okay, so we'll make our intervention very snappy. Mary Jane, please. And so far, no one has actually. So can we also, those who want to make financial contributions, if they wish to do so, please, by all means. Go ahead, Mary Jane.
Okay, in respect of tracking of elections and of the wards and through mobile devices, I was opportune to be in some of these villages, and even there was no road leading to these places. We had to take bikes. So I don't know, some of these places, they don't have internet. So how do you suppose you're going to track and monitor the polling units on this as this place?
Thank you very much. We are not inventing anything new. There are some technologies we are also looking at beyond the normal internet that everyone uses. But if there is no internet in a particular location, what it means, there is not going to be voting, because the beavers that is going to be used, it will need some form of 2G, 3G, or anything. But again, we'll leave that with a governance index and the IT guys to deal with. So please, Somadin and Franklin, make note of that, so that in the catalog of issues that is also captured, and a strategy as to how we deal with that would also be taken care of. Thank you very much, Mary Jane, for that. Victor Onyeka, please. Victor Onyeka,
hello.
Please. Go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. 1 minute, please.
Okay. I'm calling from, speaking from Washington, D.C. I'm actually the coordinator of the support group here. I would like a more coordinated approach, whereby the group that you, I know you in person, I think you coordinate the body back home, where you can also reach out to every coordinator, every leader of the support groups in the diaspora. Because let me give you an example with my group here in Washington, D.C.
Sorry, sorry. Are you part of POSN? Are you a POSN coordinator in Washington?
POSN, our Obi Support Network.
No, Peter Obi. No. Hold on. We don't get things twisted. Are you part of Peter Obi Support Network, POSN?
Yes, we are. We called. In fact, as a matter of fact, last week we hosted Dr. Paroji, who is the Labour Party.
So who is your American? Who do you report to in America? Who is your American coordinator?
Paroji, because we know him. We know him.
No. Exactly. That's not right. It appears because the things you said now, when you started by saying there is no coordination, shows a disconnect of someone who is not part of us, because there is no way our coordinator of POSN would not know the hierarchy of reporting and the coordination that happens herein. Therefore, this meeting is specifically for P2B Support Network members, POSN. Now, when you talk about collaboration, we work with the big tent, we work with the Labour Party, okay? So these are people we collaborate in order to deliver these elections. So if you're not a coordinator of P2B Support Network, sorry, we can talk about this afterwards on how we can liaise with your team. But this is specifically for this. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think you went round and still came back to the point I'm making. That means there's not been enough coordination.
No, you're wrong. No, sorry. You are wrong. If you are talking about liaison, there is the Coalition for P2B, and there is Labour Party that houses the support groups. So if you say you want to work with P2B Support Network, then we discuss about that. And that is not for this meeting. Okay? Thank you very much.
You came to what I'm saying. Okay. Let me hear from you. Okay.
Thank you. Philip Uno, please. Go ahead.
Philip
Uno, please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to say, please, when we come to a place like this, and even in Lagos State where I coordinate, there are some things that are particular to a particular local government, which is not the same somewhere else. For that young man, I don't know him, trying to make some kind of a generalization statement, I feel is not the best way.
Philip, go ahead. Please go ahead. Ignore that, because that has been established is not part of POSN. But again, we can take that. If they want to partner with us, that's fine.
It's not just this one now. I mean, that one I was talking about training, that there is gap, there is this, there is that. People are talking about funding. Do they know what to do with the money, with the funds and all of that? He shouldn't generalize it. Probably where he is very comfortable. It's okay. Then in Lagos, I want to ask, what's our collaboration with Big Tent? Because I attended their meetings. What they are talking about, POSN is like 100 steps ahead. I don't know whether they feel POSN whether we are not well trained, because they are talking about the kind of training that what they are even saying is to me, they are like 100 steps behind what we've been trained, what we've been doing initially, what we even started from. Then number two, they made some statement in the Big Tent that they want us to get 10 people. From those 10 people, each person will bring in 500 naira, and all of that is to fund support group activities. And I asked them some questions based on how POSN is being structured. I know how we handle monies here. So I asked them some few questions, like, for example, this money now, if I'm able to talk to my POSN people, and also, okay, let's pull
sorry, Uno there. Sorry, Uno. Again, Big Tent, the board members and POSN management board are in talk with Big Tent. Big Tent is adopting the POSN strategy to these elections. So at that level, there is a high level conversation already ongoing here. Okay. So obviously you are a very good member of POSN. Let's take some of these conversations then of these place. Okay. Thank you very much for staying with us, and thank you very much for being here. So quickly, Joy Manning. Joy, please. I think, I need money. Should I start? I need money. Now, don't push me to give us 1 million now, but let somebody else do it. Okay, Joy Manning, please.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm calling from Bermuda. So I would like to sponsor, what my question really is, we have all these words. Personally, I would prefer to just say, okay, I want to send money to be used, to be channeled to communities that need it the most. Because what I'm worried about is, what if we have some communities that nobody's funding? Like, what if we have wards that it's not getting as much funds that they need? What happens then? I'm Isoko, I'm from Delta State. Isoko, I think it's Isoko South. But I don't, if Isoko South has enough sponsorship, I would prefer to move it somewhere else. I don't know how to do that, because I looked at the form, it doesn't say. No,
that's fine. That's why when you fill in that form, indicate that you want to sponsor. Like Ambrose is here, or Samadina. They could look at our data mapper, then look at where needs are. But again, reason why we allow people to make choices, if this is my community and I promise myself that I must deliver P2B, therefore I'm going to sponsor here, then we allow that individual to make that choice. But if when someone, especially those in the diaspora, do not know where to sponsor, that conversation could be happening. We work with data. Decisions are made with data. So based on this data, we can actually tell you this is where much need is needed. Okay. And that particular intervention goes specifically to that place, But again, that is specifically for sponsor your ward. That is not tied back to the general running and operations of P2B support network in all the things we do. We still have the rallies that we are sponsoring for our members. We've sponsored, we've basically sponsored Nasarawa. We've sent fund for Benue. So after Benue, there are other states. Okay. So again, have your shot. So
so regardless of where I put, even if I put Isoko on this thing, it doesn't mean it should go there, because personally I want it to just go wherever it's needed most. And so the other question again is, when we had the meeting with His Excellency 2 days ago, somebody called in to say that the Keystone Key Bank, what is that? Is that Keystone account in Abuja was blocked or something like that? Because I know my brother normally would send the funds to Keystone for me from Nigeria. So have you had anything back on that? Because I
did have a conversation with the person in question. That's Jack.
Okay.
And that issue is being resolved as we speak. I believe by Monday, the issue with that account will be totally dealt with. Again, not everything will be said here, but there is no cause for alarm.
Because it troubled me so much that these people are going to try everything that they can do to frustrate us, but we cannot give up. I'm just praying that everything will work out fine for us.
So that's fine. Now, so how many wards would you want to sponsor?
Maybe 2.
Okay. So you filled the form, you said.
No, I hesitated because I didn't want to just put Isoko there and maybe some other regions need the funds more.
Okay.
So I got confused. That's why I just stopped. I said, let me get clarity first and see how this works before filling it up.
Okay, thank you. So Ambrose, is there more intervention you have on this regards?
Not really. I think you covered it.
Okay.
Just to add is that the account in question was not our account. Our account was not affected. So our account is operational.
Okay, thank you. And for those of us online wishing to fill in the form to sponsor a award, we will be sharing the form also online there for you guys to fill in. Okay. Now the next person is Tony Egbari, please. Tony. Tony, kindly unmute.
On that.
Go ahead.
He's muted, but Maz, after him, if you can bring back Ray. Ray is our coordinator.
Hello.
In our...
So go ahead,
Hello.
Tony. Tony, go ahead.
Yes. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. I want to agree with some of the speakers, like somebody who was saying that there should be serious checks before sending money. You know, I want to agree with that seriously. I'm in Nigeria. I know what is happening among us here. We have a lot of mold in the system, in POSN. We have a lot of mold. I'm talking, my state coordinator is here, is in this meeting. He knows what I'm saying. You know, there's a situation that has been reported and he is aware of one of the officials right now. The money came in, we can no longer reach him. The painful aspect of it is that he even tricked me into paying him money, which he was supposed to pay. And I cannot retrieve my money back. You know, and okay, I presented
and this is, hold on, this is, has this been reported to the global coordinator? Nick, are you aware of this? Augusta?
I have reported it to my state coordinator, Thomas. And he has not done it.
Sorry, and which state is this again? Remind me.
Delta State.
Cross River.
State.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
You know,
so Cross Rivers,
yes. So,
take note, please.
Yes.
Augusta, please.
So my concern is that there are moves. There are people that, I mean, they're just waiting for opportunity where money comes, and that is all. We can't reach him as we speak to today. The person in question, my state coordinator is aware of it. Okay. And he deceived me. I mean, outrightly, I can say he duped me. Because right from that day, I can't reach him. It's normal. He doesn't pick his calls and all that. And the state coordinator is also complaining of the same thing. So if you have characters like this,
so that we move on, we have less than a couple of minutes to finish this. So we will take that.
That is my point. So my point is that there are moves, so we should be careful.
Thank you very much. So let's make this clear. You know, even in the Bible, Jesus Christ had only 12 disciples and there was a mole amongst them. But what we do here is we do our due diligence in terms of recruitment through the state, ward, and polling units level. Now, managing over 180 something thousand people, you know, I do understand that, you know, once in a while something like this could happen. But again, through the global coordinators, we would have to speak to the state coordinators, and then see where, if need be, that the law enforcement agents will be activated. But again, please do file that official complaint, and that's, you know, a chain of command and chain of reporting, so that we get to the bottom of this. And again, I haven't forgotten those online. Please, I know I see your questions coming in. Your questions will be taken. Thank you very much. And many of you online, if you can see the account number that is pinned on the YouTube channel. you want to use that account, if you may, and some of you in the diaspora, you can use the PayPal, which is a preferred, and most times it is also free to do that. Now, I believe we are coming to the end of this. Sorry, Ambrose, you wanted me to call someone. Who was that again? Before
I think he asked a question. I think we
Dennis, right?
Dennis. I think he has a plan. But meanwhile, Benoit, the Delta State Coordinator's hand is still up too.
Yes, that's right. Let's Dennis.
And also, Mazi, I've actually been trying to contact Imani, Honorable Imani. He haven't replied. If you can reply me so that I can get your contacts, that would be great.
Iman is still here, so let him. So go ahead, Ray.
Sorry. I didn't hear what they wanted me to talk about, though.
They said you had a question or you had something to clarify or what?
Oh, I did ask a question, which he said he'll get back to me on that. But I sent message. I asked questions and made kind of informations written on the chat page. So if those could be addressed, please.
Okay, so we have multiple admins here. Can someone please take those questions up, please? Can someone pull it up? But while that is happening, Beno, please, can you take the lead, take the floor? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. And I say good evening or good morning. In fact, I just want to add to what you are saying, especially concerning the Sponsor Your World project. For example, today now, we have been able to kickstart that of Anyocha North, LGA in Delta State. And it was a very good startup. We also want to thank the sponsor, who is one of their sons from USA. We linked up with him. He addressed the whole coordinators that was there today in Iseluku. So it was a very good outing and a very good project we are doing. I also want to use the opportunity to tell the lady that spoke not quite long, Joy Manning. So please know that Isoko South, as at now, has no sponsor. So she can as well take up Isoko South. That will be very, very good and a welcome thing from her. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. And I think that's the last person to have questions. So the last and the final segment now is money. So we have that Sponsor Your World, then we still need monies for our operational work. The campaign is on, materials have been printed, these caps and t-shirts to states. We need to deliver a couple of them to Benue and to other states. Again, we cannot wait. Therefore, we are taking funds from online, from here, in this room. If you don't mind, please, let's start our donation. Who is going to kick off, please? Daniel, are you giving us something? Ambrose? I mean, we've been giving almost every other week, but please, doesn't matter. Come on. Samadina? Dr. Kudi? Don't run away.
Yeah, I will send 50,000 now.
Wow, thank you very much. Sacramento. Thank you very much. So, you see, that's a challenge Ambrose has thrown at us. Now, please raise your hand if you want to, let's raise our hands.
Newsband said 100,000. So.
Newsband, 100,000. Wow. This is milli. Newsband, 100,000. I like the spirit. It appears those in the meeting are doing more than those outside the meeting. Those on YouTube now, come on, guys. Please like and share. Please, those on YouTube, we are waiting for you. Better Emenike, Ashibog, Emmanuel, please. Chioma Uche. Good one. We are waiting. So we've shared the link to fill in on that is already on online. Please fill in those forms. If you want to be a volunteer, if you want to be a sponsor, please fill in those forms by all means. So quickly, can we, before we wrap it up, please? Who is next? I can't see any hand raised. Is it that the thing of raising hand has disappeared? Some of us raise hand even at the start of the meeting when nothing has been said. Oh, thank you very much. And Emeka Crescent, thank you very much. This one must be 1 million coming. Thank you. Unmute, please.
Hello, it's actually Amoge. Hi, I'm using Crescent's phone. But my question is this. I'm reading through the comments. People are saying nobody's reaching out to them. I know what it took me to get somebody to contact me regarding Sponsor Your Award. We're looking for money and yet nobody's trying to reach out to the people. No. I don't mind volunteering my time because I'm already sponsoring my award. But if you want to give me the number to call, because it's kind of annoying. You want to donate and nobody's responding after you fill out the paperwork. That's kind of frustrating. So please, can we look into that?
Definitely. That's a good one, actually. Kevin, so how come we everyone that's filled in unless those that filled in
check the comments right now. I just read some comment. Somebody said nobody's reached out to them after they filled out the paperwork.
Okay, that's fine. That must be speeded up now, please.
Yeah, but Mazi, she did offer to volunteer. We are okay. You've already
make those calls.
Yeah, yes, please.
She's sponsoring. She's sponsoring because she's also.
You're already sponsoring a word.
Yes.
Yeah. I believe you are sponsoring a word in Enugu.
In Enugu,
right?
Yes.
Yes. So we will reach out to you because we still need people who can volunteer to make the calls.
So we have a Mark. Mark is saying if we can confirm that he's made $100 donation to the PayPal account. Okay, while that is happening, we are going to Honorable Emma Annie, please. Let's go ahead and confirm if if the payment on PayPal has come in. Thank you very much on that PayPal.
Yeah, please, can I make a transfer to the Keystone Bank?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll just put in 30,000 Naira there now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The ministry is moving to the permanent site gradually.
I'm still waiting to get your number. You haven't written to me.
I'll send it to you now. Let me finish this transfer.
So thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. While that is happening, I'm just trying to, let's quickly confirm if the PayPal is in, and that is from Mark. Mark, just give us a couple of seconds. That will be, that will be confirmed quickly. So now let me do this. You can unmute yourself and interject and say whatever you want. Let's make it gallery view so you can see everybody. Unmute yourself. You now have the right to unmute yourself.
All right, we're still talking about fundraising.
Yes.
Somebody also made a comment when I first joined. I think she's from North Carolina, Charlotte's area, I'm not sure. But she said if there's a way that the national POSN can help. Because like I've tried to reach out to people at work, they're like, oh yeah, but when it comes to, can you sponsor your work? They're like, we don't trust, So if the national can kind of maybe have meetings with our local chapters, maybe we can get more people to volunteer. And another thing, can we stop this less than 12-hour meeting notification? People work. And then you're getting it. Sometimes they're like, I can't join. So please, if at least 2 days or 3 days, so that people can. I think
that meeting was, unless the national global coordinator missed out some people, but I think that meeting was set up 2 days ago, right?
Yeah, I saw the thing last night, and
But again, a reminder. Normally, even when the meeting started, in some of the groups, we went back to send reminders. So that is also something that has to, Augusta, please take that on board, that when we have the general meetings that we'll do that ahead of time. So who else, please?
Can you confirm the 30,000? I just made it now.
Okay.
Let me speak briefly on this issue of sending money directly to ward coordinators. Yes, we are happy for you to request for the name of your ward coordinator and for you to send money directly to them. However, it is best for you to send that money through POSN. The reason being, POSN will now confirm what that money is best spent on, because there is a strategy driving this campaign. You may send that money to the ward coordinator and he may spend it on things he thinks is right to drive the campaign, but he is less informed about what actually works. That is one. And two, when you say, I want to spend 100,000 naira to sponsor a ward, we have a formula we have created, tested, and proven that works. A percentage will go to produce materials. A percentage will go to organize meetings. A percentage will go to stipend for that ward coordinator for his logistics. But yet we want to say, okay, let us send a percentage to the local government coordinator of that. A percentage to go to the state coordinator that has that ward, for enable him to travel down to that ward to actually maybe supervise what is going on. But if you send that entire 100,000 naira to the ward coordinator, it may work, but it also may fail. He may be able to work without supervision of the state or local government coordinator, and he may spend it on the wrong things. So yes, but you can still make the choice. You're free to send to your coordinator, but the best thing is to send it to POSN, who will get in touch with that coordinator, the local government coordinator, and the state coordinator to make sure that their money is well spent, performance is monitored, and deliverables very well reported to you. That's all from me.
Sorry, thank you very much, Daniel. There. And from us, we have hello. We have a Kingsley 8,000 naira, and I don't know if it's within this meeting or those watching online. And the other 30,000 naira, I mean, that's not being confirmed, but as the meeting progresses and we get this, and we would announce it to the House. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, yes, go ahead. Who is that? Please, we are specifically now dealing only on fundraising. Go ahead.
I'm calling from London. I'm from Delta State, Sapele precisely. And my local government coordinator is Shuma. In how would I put it? Secret contribute my local government printed T-shirts, and I told publicize it, but unfortunately, on the T-shirt it was written courtesy of Major Ibuya. And I don't know my ward coordinator, but I know the local government coordinator, which I've been sending money to, and I've promised to whatever contribution. I don't know. That's to my local government. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So with I don't know if this is a fundraising, because I just I don't know if this is a fundraising or whatever, but I've been
supporting. So we finished our meeting. Now where we are now is fundraising. Okay. Yes. And that's finished our meeting. So we are now only in the fundraising now, please.
Okay.
To run POSN activities. And again, please, those of us watching in the on the Facebook, those of us watching on the Facebook, when you hear when people make comments there that this is fake, this is not, and the other one, please, that's not true. Please, that's not true. Here, POSN has been here since 2018. Go back to that Facebook page. You see when it's created, it is something that everyone knows what is happening, please. Now, I think there is a payment on PayPal. How much was that? Hello? Someone said he made payment to PayPal. Am I still in the meeting? What's happening?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So someone is saying, okay, the PayPal payment has not been confirmed, please. That's Mark. Okay, Mark says that payment was, okay, yeah, he had an issue because that payment has not been, there is no payment on PayPal. So that's the update, okay? So any other person? If not, we can wrap it up, please. Any other person? Do we have Dr. Kudi here? Okay. If you don't mind, we can wrap it up and let someone, we prayed as Christians when we started. Can someone also from other sister religion, that's a Muslim, can that individual please pray for us as well? You can unmute yourself.
Timmy, you want to pray?
Rangpam, Rangpam, you prayed at the beginning, or are you an imam and the pastor at the same time?
In Jesus' name.
Hello, Mazi.
Yes. Sorry, hold on.
Mazi, Dr. Dunya here. Sorry, I'm driving, so I had to struggle to unmute. Basically, in one of the meetings, I've already indicated that I will sponsor 2 wards. One will be in Zamfara and one will be in Enugu. I will follow up on Kevin with that. Thank you.
Okay, so you already have that conversation with Kevin, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Now, I believe that form was filled. You filled in that form.
Honestly, I've not filled it, but we had a conversation on chat, on WhatsApp.
Okay. So in the comment section is also that number, the link to fill in that form, please. Okay. And I can see someone saying Lagos Ifako LGA needs sponsor. Oh, this is now calling for, I like that. That's an advert for you. So that's good. So someone want to sponsor Lagos Ifako, Ijaye local government. So please fill in the form, indicate that they need sponsorship. Rangpam, please.
Just for record purposes, the wards will be Nenwe Ward 3. That's my ward, and the other one is in Gombe State. Sorry, in Pantami is the ward. Thank you.
Okay, that's good because we also have someone here someone from Gombe in this place. So that's good to know that we are stretching it. We're not only doing it within our locality. Thank you very much for that. So Ruang Pam, please.
Yes, Mazi, thank you very much. I am not an imam. I would rather stick with the reverend if you don't mind. However, I just wanted to throw this in briefly for our coordinators as they are working to probably start thinking of ways we can consolidate and lock the votes we have. This is not for discussion here, but just to consolidate ways, think of ways to consolidate the votes we have and lock them and how to expand. I'm sure the network will reach them individually for customized ways, then we can go on from there. Just a school of thought, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. There are those online. Sorry, is someone able to share one of the WhatsApp group, because there are those online who are saying they need these meetings to link to join these meetings. We do share these meetings in our various groups and also the Telegram group. So for you now, I will be sharing the link to the Telegram group. Please do click on that link to join the Telegram. Whenever these meetings do happen, we share them in that Telegram so that you would also know and join us. Obviously, for obvious reasons, these are not shared on the social media, okay? So it's only for POSN members or those who are part of POSN. So Neo, that's Emmanuel Neo, please click on that link that's been shared now and you can join the group. So on that note, I say, if there is no one, a Muslim here who is willing to pray, then it doesn't matter. We can all pray to God. At the end of the day, we all serve one God. So I think a sister, iPhone 2, wanted to pray before now.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Let us pray. Father God, we thank you in the name of Jesus. We exhort you for a time. We thank you for this